Lois Barley, what's going on, man? First place, finally. Oh, man. Is this your first time getting first place, Lois? Think so, right? You've been trying for the longest time. Finally got it. What's up, man? I'm doing good, man. Second time you got first? Awesome. Oh, that's right. That's right. The first time you wanted to tell Isaiah so badly. I remember. I remember. That's right. Ryan, what's going on, man? Ryan, you are second place to the stream today. You got first place when we did the KLM flight, Lois? Did you ever get to tell Isaiah? You forgot to tell him. We'll get started in another 5 minutes or so. Let's give everybody a chance to get here. We're doing another run to Tegucigalpa, Honduras, which is always a lot of fun. This time we're not doing it from Miami, which is like a 3-hour flight. We are flying from San Jose, Costa Rica. Should be about an hour and 20 minutes. Where's JoJo and Isaiah? I don't know, man. Getting their notifications late. While we're waiting, let's go eat at Warteg. Ryan, grab some Indonesian grub. Looks pretty nice, right, Lois Barley? This is freeware scenery for San Jose. Not too bad. Not too bad. Awesome frame rates too, like no stress on the hardware. Billiam, what's going on, man? No notification? That's why there's only 3 of us here so far. So we've got top 3 so far, right? We've got Lois Barley in first place, Ryan 738 second place, third place, Billy M. Oh, we're about to get run over and sucked into an engine. No, sir, Lois Barley, not yet. It's probably going to be a couple more weeks, honestly. I was explaining it last stream. I dumped my computer savings back into Bitcoin since it crashed before Christmas. So I bought back in real low. And I'm hoping to make some money back over the next couple weeks. $7:57 a.m. over there, Ryan. 7:57 p.m. here, where I'm at. The Ed 201, what's up, man? Welcome back. How are you doing, The Ed? I hope you enjoyed your Christmas. All right, so we give it, some people another 3 minutes to get here. We'll get started at 8 p.m. my time. We'll get started at 8 a.m. Ryan's time. Nope, not the 300 Lois Barley. This is the 757-200. Shorter one. I don't know if it looks long. It's the 200. I think. Pretty sure it's the 200. Almost positive. My holidays were good, The Ed. Thanks for asking, man. Cockpit, of course, Lois Barley. I think you meant cabin view, like wing views and stuff like that. It does not. No cabin views, no wing views. Only virtual cockpit. Alright, 1 more minute. We'll get started. I'm excited to fly into Toncontin International again. We've done this maybe 3 or 4 times in the stream so far, coming from the north. This time we'll be flying from the south, so the approach is done a little bit different. Which I have 0 practice doing it this way, so we'll see how it goes. Seven watching, only 4 commenting. Yeah, Ryan. There's some quiet people out there that don't like to chat. It's understandable. If you're listening out there, just put a period in the chat so you can get 4th place. Wait, no, I think Ed got 4th place. Let's run through this again. We had 1st place, Lois Barley. 2nd place, Ryan. 3rd place, we have Billy M. The Ed 201 got 4th place. And we're still waiting on a 5th. That could be you. Type anything in the chat and you got 5th place. Alright, guys, I'm going to get started. Let's jump in the cockpit. Get rolling. What rendering software do I use, Lois Barley? I don't know if we're referring to the same thing, but NVIDIA Inspector. If you have an NVIDIA card, I use NVIDIA Inspector. And I could force a lot of graphics settings through there outside of Flight Sim, which make it look a lot better. But that is my secret to making FS9 look the way it does on mine. A lot of people come in here and are like, wait, this is FS9? There's no jaggies. Like, everything looks pretty crisp. It's because in NVIDIA Inspector, I force anti-aliasing up to like 32x, super sampled. And a bunch of other settings I change as well that make it look a lot better. But that is the secret. If you want your sim looking like this, no matter which one it is you buy, there's some stuff that you've got to do outside of the sim to make it look nice. If you solely relied on FS9's settings, display settings in the menus, you wouldn't get anywhere close to looking like this.
Airport information, Lima 1551 Zulu, wind, calm, visibility 6, sky conditions.
The pilot that flies, what's going on, man? You got 5th place? Yep, 5th place right there, Mr. Ryan. The pilot that flies. Good job, guys. Yeah, your prepared still has jagged lines. It's annoying, Lois Barley. Yeah, man. What video card do you have, Lois? NVIDIA or ATI?
Temperature 2.19er, altimeter 3003, ILS, runway 7 in use. Landing and departing runway 7. VFR aircraft state direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Lima.
Alright, we have Lima. Let's get our clearance.
Avianca 712, IFR to Tonkin team, ready to copy. Avianca 712 is cleared to Tonkin team's airport as filed. Flight runway heading, climb and maintain 10,000.
10,000 already set for us.
120.5, squawk 1033. Avianca 712, cleared to Tonkin team airport as filed. Flight runway heading, climb and maintain 10,000. Departure on 120.5, squawk 1033. Avianca 712, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.3.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight. May we remind you that all seat backs and tray tables need to be in the upright position. All carry-on items brought on board must be securely stowed either under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. Prior to pushback from the gate, please ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. Personal cellular telephones may be used while parked at the gate with the main cabin door open. We will advise you when they must be turned on. For customers seated in a row of seats identified by the words, "No children this row," please review the white safety card in the seat pocket in front of you. The use of some portable electronic devices is prohibited while on board the aircraft. Once airborne, you will be advised when the use of approved devices such as personal computers and compact disc players is permitted. A complete list of approved devices may be found in the magazine.
All right, we're all set up. GTX 980 Lois Barley, yeah, download NVIDIA Inspector. And maybe I can send you some of my settings or something. You can try them out and see if they work for prepared. I'm sure if you want to get rid of those jaggies, all you have to do is crank up the anti-aliasing. Which I'm surprised prepared, being a newer sim, doesn't allow you to crank it up that far to get rid of those jaggies. I'm sure if you set it up in NVIDIA Inspector, you could get rid of them, Lois. You're going to be getting a 1080 Ti, well, same thing. If you're running an NVIDIA card, download NVIDIA Inspector. You could even do it through the default NVIDIA control panel, but I'm so used to using Inspector. That's what I use. I've had better luck with it. Flight VN Gamer Live. Hello, man. What's up? Welcome aboard to today's flight. No sign of Isaiah yet, Lois? Yeah, I'm sure a bunch of people are getting their notifications late. Yeah, yours is up to 4x, Lois Barley? That's what I'm saying. See, in FS9, I think it only lets you turn it up to 2x or 4x in-game. In NVIDIA Inspector, I have my anti-aliasing set to 32x. Super sampled. So think about it. Avianca, the pilot that flies. All right, let's go ahead and close the doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just closed the main cabin door. All personal cellular telephones must be turned off and stowed for the duration of the flight. Flight attendants, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, and verify straps.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you on board this flight. At this time, I'd like to direct your attention to the flight attendants while we review safety information about this aircraft. Your seatbelt should be fastened at this time. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. The exits on this 757 are marked with red and white exit signs. Please locate the two exits nearest you, keeping in mind that these exits may be behind you. This aircraft has extreme path lighting. A change in color on the exit sign will indicate you have reached an exit. Should oxygen be needed, masks will appear from the compartment above your seat. If you're traveling with
No, this flight will only be about an hour and 15 minutes, Lois. It's usually 3 hours when we do it from Miami like we normally do. We're a lot closer today. It's going to be about an hour and 20 minutes. Tom Pex, what's going on, man? Is your name Tom, like mine? Tom Pex. That's funny. My first name is Tom, and my last name is Pezzino, so it'd be P-E-Z. So if I had a YouTube name similar to yours, it'd be Tom Pez. Imperious, what's going on, man? Good to see you again.
are ready for takeoff. Please help us prepare the cabin by making sure all carry-on baggage is stowed, all seat backs and tray tables are upright, headrests are lowered, and footrest and video monitors are stowed. Customers are required to observe all posted and lighted information signs and adhere to crew members' instructions. Thank you for choosing to fly with us. We will be airborne shortly.
Coco ground, Avianca 712 with November, ready to taxi IFR. Avianca 712, taxi to and hold short of runway 7, using taxiway Delta, contact tower on 118.6 when ready. Taxi to and hold short runway 7, use taxiway Delta, Avianca 712.
I'm assuming this is taxiway Delta right in front of us. It's not. Oh, oops. Hit the wrong button. Yeah, it is. Okay. Cool. Your name is Tom Pex? Awesome, man. I'm a Tommy as well. Awesome, dude. New to FSX, only had one successful flight. We all start somewhere. I've been doing this for a really long time. Rio Oye, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. This is FS9, Flight Simulator 2004. Old school. I'll be upgrading soon, guys. Those of you that are new here. I was planning to do it by Christmas, but those plans got delayed a short while. Sometime in January, I'll be upgrading. 100%. One more external view before we take off of this beautiful 757. Los Barley's been simming since 9 years of age. 21. I've been simming since about 11 or 12 years of age, and I am 31 right now. So I spend most of my life flight simming. Although I've taken some pretty long breaks here and there. But for the most part, I've been simming for about 10 or 15 years. My first simulator was, I was actually introduced to Flight Sim, Microsoft Flight Simulator 95. The first sim that I owned, after my family had bought our first computer, was FS 98. And I've been playing all of the Microsoft flight simulators since 98, all the way up to FSX. I've played FSX a little bit, but my computer just ran FS9 so much better. And with add-ons and whatnot, I'm able to get it looking pretty similar to FSX. So I stuck with it. But I do plan on upgrading and going to prepared V4, hopefully. How do I not get bored of this game, Tom Pex? I just love aviation. I am an aviation nut, man.
Please be seated for departure.
I do get bored of it, like, sometimes. Like, I've been playing off and on for 10, 15 years. I'll play for a couple of years, and then I'll take maybe almost a year off. Then I'll come back, and I'll try it again, and then I get hooked again. And the cycle just repeats. I love aviation, though. There's always something different you can try, either an airplane or a change of scenery, flying different approaches. There's always something new you can try and always something new that you could learn. So it's never ending, really. Like this flight into Toncontin International, I've done this approach maybe 3 or 4 times now. And I've only recently just done it on the stream. And it's a lot of fun. Learning it was a lot of fun. Alright, flaps are set. Trim is set. Transponder. Let's call for takeoff clearance.
Coco Tower, Avianca 712 at runway 7. Ready for takeoff. I have marked Toncontin. Avianca 712 cleared for takeoff. Runway 7.
Alright, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 7. Avianca 712.
Yeah, I just never get bored of airplanes or anything that flies. Drones, airplanes, you name it. I love flight. No traffic inbound. Once you get better too, Tompex, it won't be as boring. Once you start kind of understanding what you're doing a little bit better. There's a little bit of a learning curve. But once you pass that, it gets fun. Alright guys, let's get out of here.
Knots.
80. Looking good. V1. Rotate.
Rotate. V2. Positive rate. Gear up.
Positive rate. Gear coming up.
Contact public departure on 120.5.
120.5 for Avianca, whatever our flight number is, 712.
712. Foco departure, Avianca 712 is at 5,500, climbing 10,000. Avianca 712, Foco departure, roger, current altimeter 3003. Avianca
Flaps
712, turn
Flaps
left
one.
heading 315, resume on navigation, climb and maintain 10,000. Turn left heading 315, resume on navigation, climb and maintain 10,000. Avianca 712. Avianca 712, turn left
Flaps
heading
up.
280.
I left at 280.
Turn left heading 280.
Flaps up.
Avianca 712.
All right, up to 180 for Avianca 712.
Climb and maintain flight level 180. Avianca 712.
Once you turn on autopilot, there's not much to do until you land. Yeah, Tom Pex, that's why I'm a big fan of the short flights. A lot of people come on here like, why don't you fly this long haul flight? It's like 12 hours. I'm like, no thanks. I don't like cruising for more than like a half an hour. The approach we'll be flying into Toncontin is a RNAV approach, Tompex, meaning you need a GPS-equipped aircraft to fly it. But once you get close to the runway, it turns visual. There's no ILS.
Avianca 712, turn right heading 315, resume on navigation.
All right, right to 315, resume on nav.
Turn right heading 315, stay on course. Avianca 712. Avianca 712, contact Central American Center on 124.3.
1:20 a.m. where you're at, Tompex. It's 8:25 p.m. where I'm at.
124.3 for Avianca 712.
Murilo Heinrich, what's going on, man? Welcome back. Good flight? Yeah, man, it's going to be fun. I love flying this approach.
Central American Center, Avianca 712 is climbing through 13,600.
You can take off and stuff, but when you get near the runway, you just mess up, Tompex. Yeah, it takes a lot of practice, man.
America Center, roger. Altimeter 3002.
You just got to get used to that sight picture on final approach, what the runway looks like and the shape and stuff like that. You'll get used to it. You know what I found that helped me a lot when I first started off many years ago? I would always veer to the left or right of the runway on final approach. There's a setting in the display settings, I think it is, or the view settings, where you can enable like a crosshair that'll put a dot or an X right in the center of your screen, and that makes it a lot easier to aim into the runway and stuff. I used that for a long while until I got used to it. But that might help you out a lot, Tompex. Think about putting a crosshair in the center of your screen. Either you can do it in the settings in Flight Simulator, Or you can take like a sticker or a dot or something and put it right directly in the middle of your monitor if you want to do it like manually or can't figure out how to do it in the sim. That used to help me a lot though. Give that a try. Alright, up to 260 now. That's our cruise altitude. You don't know how to straighten up the plane with the runway. Yes, Tompex, do what I'm telling you. Enable the crosshair in the view settings. Or put like a dot in the center of your monitor. I remember it was 15 years ago I first started simming, and I literally remember having that same exact problem starting out. I'm telling you, this will help you a lot. Mr. Zhang, what's going on, man? Hope you've been enjoying your holidays so far. Beast FZC, what's going on, man? No 2 red, 2 white. I like 3 white, 2 red. That's how I like to fly my approaches, using the VASI. Not so much in real life, in Flight Simulator. In Flight Simulator, I don't know why I find the VASI to be like a little low. If you fly it 2 red, 2 white, I always find that the sight picture, it's not like in real life. I think in real life you're a little bit higher when you're 2 red, 2 white. That's why I like flying 3 white, 2 red in the sim, if I'm using the VASI. David Richfield, what's going on, man? Cold and dark over there in England. Hot and sunny down here in Miami, Florida, USA. Up in London tonight? Cool, man. Two more hours to go on your flight, Beast. Enjoy. We've got about an hour. About an hour into Toncontin. Oh, this is going to be a pretty flight. Doggy's behind me, yeah. It's just Flight Simulator. What's going on, man? How's your day been so far? My FS9 looks beautiful. Thanks, Beast. Yes, it does. I agree. I think I have the best FS9 around. That's my niche. Mike Cruz, good evening, sir. Welcome aboard. Samuel Pineda, what's up, man? Long time. Flying into your airport, man. Your favorite. Last 2 or 3 times we did on the stream, we flew in from the north. This time we're doing it from the south, which I've yet to do, so we'll see how it goes. not much different. Instead of flying into Melvo, we fly into TNT VOR and then circle back. Pretty similar. Should be pretty smooth up until we get to the visual part, which I don't remember what it looks like too much, so it's a fair chance we might overshoot final or something like that. Looking at the wrong road or something. The pilot that flies, total flight time is about 1 hour and 20 minutes. We have maybe about an hour remaining. Yeah, about 50 minutes. Let's call it 50 minutes. 50. From this point. Why do I always use a 757? I don't know. I like the airplane. It's what I'm used to. It's easy for me. I like flying the 737 a lot too, but since it's FS9 that I'm running, the PMDG 737's virtual cockpit isn't all that great looking compared to FSX and Prepared. So a lot of the times when I do fly the 737, people will come on here and kind of like, not complain, but like call me out and be like, this isn't the PMDG 737. It is, but I'm running a really old version of it, and that's why it looks so different. So maybe that's your answer. This particular 757, the QualityWings 757, has a really nice virtual cockpit. Looks a lot nicer than the PMDG 737 FS9 version. So this way I feel like I'm flying FSX or Prepared, but not really. You've been in the air for 3 hours and 3.5 hours, Beast? Woo! It's a long one. Long for me. Can I fly an A330? I don't have one for FS9. It's just Flight Simulator. And if I did, it's been a super long time since I've flown any Airbus, so I wouldn't remember what to do. Once I get the new computer and the new sim, though, I plan on getting back into Airbuses. Which, I'm really excited to relearn it. Their systems. I can fly just about any Boeing you put me into, but if you put me in an Airbus right now, I wouldn't know where to start. We are flying into Honduras, David Richfield. Toncontín International. This is like one of the most dangerous airports to fly into, quote unquote. We'll be weaving through the mountains on the approach and landing on like a 6,500 foot runway. I know they extended it somewhat recently. It used to be like a 5,000 foot runway. I think it's 6,500 feet now. But yeah, man, we'll be doing the RNAV approach into runway 2. South RNAV approach to runway 2. If you want to look up the charts. FS Labs A320, yeah, man. I'll definitely be getting that FS Labs A320, Lois. Exactly. That's going to be where I learn Airbus again. Flying that thing. Which I'm excited for. Like this particular flight now that we're flying is usually flown by an A321, I think, by Avianca. I'm doing it in a 757 because that's what I have. But yeah, man, doing these South American flights and a lot of European flights as well. I know a lot of European airlines fly A320s. And I want to have that option available to me. So so I've got to learn. I used to know how to fly. I remember flying an A320. I didn't get much into the A320s, but I did fly A330s and A340s and did get the hang of them for a while. But it's been probably almost 10 years since I've flown them, so all that information has since escaped my mind. It's a 757-200 night cruise. Congonhas, Brazil. I have not tried that, David Richfield. I'm going to write that down. Maybe we'll do that on a future stream. Yeah, guys, if you know the dangerous approaches, give them to me. I want to do them. Learning this one here was the funnest thing in the world. I wrote it down, David. I'll look into it. And yes, I'm sorry, if you were referring to who makes the 757 for flight simulator, it's the QualityWings 757, as Lois stated. Hydro, what's going on? Beast, this is not real time. It's nighttime over there now. I wanted to do it daytime. I don't even know if you can fly into this airport at night. Don't quote me on that one, I don't know. The 757 is the largest aircraft allowed to land there. I don't think you could land there at night. Could be wrong, though. Here, I'm going to jump to a spot view, outside view in just a second. So you guys see what the 757 looks like. Yeah, Ryan738, that's the old Hong Kong airport. I actually have, if you go back and look at one of my older streams, we did that landing there where you hug the mountains and make the right. You fly towards the checkered board. It wasn't even a full flight that I did. I just did just the approaches. I would land, reset, back in the air, and just do it over and over. We did it like 6 or 7 times on that stream. Go ahead and check it out. It's one of my older ones. But you'll see, I think on the thumbnail it says Kai Tak approaches. And we did it. We did it, I think we did it in a 767 if I remember right. Go check out that video, guys. But yeah, man, we should do an actual flight into the old Hong Kong airport. That'd be fun. I'm down. Alright, let's switch to an outside view so you guys can see what this thing looks like. Yeah, buddy. Love this airplane. Queenstown, a beast. I'll write it down for sure. Thank you, sir. How do I make my airport scenery look real? First of all, there's add-ons for the simulator. And then there's a lot of post-processing going on with my graphics card using a program called NVIDIA Inspector. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, you can force a lot of graphics settings through there that you can't do in the sim graphics settings, which makes it look a lot better. I might put out a video on how to make your simulator look really good. A lot of people ask. A lot of people come in here with FSX and prepared and tell me that their sim doesn't look as good as mine. And I'm flying a 15-year-old sim. This lands at Toncontin, Juan. Yes, sir. What's going on, Juan? I'll be right back, guys. See how we're doing. We're getting closer. 182 miles out, 183. $30 minutes ETA. 30. All right, so we are using default FS9 ATC, which they won't allow us to fly the approach that we want to fly. So once we get closer, just to let you guys know, once we've been assigned a runway and start descending, we'll be switching to some random frequency and ditching the ATC. We'll just follow our charts from there. If not, they'll give us their own vectors, which won't work with this airport. We'll end up plowing into a mountain, so. Once we're like 100 miles out or so, we'll ditch the ATC and fly the approach using our charts. Just a little heads up. Yeah, the VHXX vid, Ryan, is really old. Probably maybe like 10 streams in when I first started. It's probably maybe 2 or 3 months ago that video was posted. Yeah, it's in the thumbnail somewhere. If anybody can pull up that video, and actually, I don't think they'll let you link it in the chat. Never mind. I was going to say throw the link in the chat, but it might not let you do it. Just go into my channel and then click the search button and put Kai, K-A-I, should come up. Can I land opposite runway, Samuel? We'll see when we get closer. Let's see what runway they give us. I don't know, I have not prepared for landing the opposite direction, so I have no idea how to fly that. I plan on landing runway 2 if the winds are in our favor. If they're not, and they do have us landing the other side, then maybe I'll try to figure it out as we go, which I don't know. Let's keep it runway 2 today. Just for the other people who haven't seen this approach yet, get to see it. Next time we do the Samuel, we'll do the other runway. This is a real nice flight. I like it. I like when you get like a nice mix of water, mountains, and different types of terrain. Makes it interesting. Joanne D. Rodriguez, what's up, man? Always flying, that's right. Yeah, the Kitech video is basically just final approach. Me doing the final approach over and over again. We've got to fly in there one day and make it official. And follow the charts and all that good stuff. That video, all I'm doing is that very last final leg in the final. Oh, nice. You're flying into Innsbruck, Beast? Sweet, dude.
Right heading 350, Avianca 712.
It's funny, I don't know why they're turning us right, but we'll listen for a little bit until we get a little bit closer. Yeah, we've done that Innsbruck approach quite a few times on the stream, Beast. Go check out those videos, guys, if you haven't yet. We've flown into Innsbruck maybe 2 or 3 times. Circling back for runway 8, is it? The fun one? Where's Isaiah, Samuel? I don't know. We all miss him. We miss him today. Not sure where he's at. It's getting kind of late, though. Usually when it's this late already, he probably won't make it today. If he's not on by like 8 p.m. my time, he's probably busy. You can try to give the link to Kitech. It's just Flight Simulator. I just don't know if the chat will allow it. Not sure why they had us make that little right turn, but okay. Back on course now. Unless I didn't have my lateral navigation engaged the entire time, which I don't think we would have. Never mind. I don't know. I think if I didn't have the lateral nav engaged, we would have been way off course by now. Oh well. Oh, you were suggesting that airport, Beast? Gotcha, man. Yeah, we've done Innsbruck quite a few times. I'll do it again later this week. I love it. It's fun. It is 8:52 p.m. here, Beast, where I'm at. I'm in Miami, Florida, USA. Alright, yeah, so we're landing runway 2, Samuel. We'll do the other runway next time. Alright, so we just started our descent. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and ditch the ATC now, since they're pretty much useless at this point. And we're going to go proceed direct to TNT. And once we get to TNT, that's where all the fun begins. So no more ATC from here on out. We are on our own. We'll be flying the South RNAV approach, runway 2. So we're flying direct now to TNT. We want to cross TNT at 8,000 feet. And that will start our approach. So what I'm going to do is continue this down all the way to 8,000. Nice and easy descent. If you guys want to know a trick to like better gauge your descents when you're on your own and you don't have anybody to vector you in, whatever you set the autopilot to, this is on most Boeing aircraft. I'm sure Airbuses do the same. Maybe not, it probably doesn't look exactly the same. But I have my altitude set here to 8,000, which is our target. And we're descending at a rate of 1,600 feet per minute. This little green line right here shows us about where we'll be once we reach 8,000 feet. So we'll reach 8,000 feet before we reach TNT, which is what we want. So that's how I'm gauging my descent right now. It looks all wibbly and wobbly on Google Earth, David Richfield. I don't know. It's funny. It's a straight runway. It's real short, but it's straight and even for the most part. Not slopey.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please check that your seatbelt
I
is
didn't, but I
securely
did now.
fastened. To prepare for landing, it will be necessary to collect all service items, as well as any other items you wish to discard, such as newspapers.
I love hearing that message, Joe. That's when you know things are getting real. The fun is about to begin. If you guys want to follow along with the approach that I'm flying, just Google Tegucigalpa RNAV South RNAV runway 2 approach chart. And that's the one we'll be flying. We'll basically be doing this big toilet bowl around the mountains, through the mountains, into runway 2. Always warm in Indonesia. It's always hot as heck here in Miami. It was pretty nice today. By nice I mean like 70s. Low 70s is cool for us. No snow down here, ever. I think it snowed in Miami, I think 2 times in all of history. And it's not like it snowed like crazy. I mean like a few drops. Somebody snapped a picture of it. Not enough to build a snowman. Slow down to 250. Alright, I won't be pulling up the chart as I fly this. I'm going to reference what I have inputted here in my legs page for altitudes and speed, just so you guys know and can follow along, basically. So we're heading now to TNT, our first waypoint. We want to cross TNT at 8,000 feet at about 190 knots. After TNT, we move to point 18. That's the ATC trying to get our attention, but we're not using them anymore. So once we cross TNT, we head to point 18, where we want to descend down to 7,600 and slow to 180. After 18, we go to 15. Again, descending down to 7,000, holding 180, and so forth, so on and so forth, so you guys know. I'll try to call it out audibly as I'm flying it, so you guys don't have to reference anything, but I'll have my hands full, so I may not be able to call every single leg of the approach. Also, once we get to about point 18 or 15, I probably won't be able to pay attention to the chat, so keep yourselves company, keep each other company until we land, and I'll check back in with you guys once we're on the ground, if we get there. So our scheduled descent is perfect still. We'll be reaching 8,000 before we reach TNT. We'll continue slowing down to 190. 190. 190 knots. Snow and rain in London, David? That's another thing. It rains a lot down here in Miami. People think it's all sunny and beach weather all the time down here. It's raining 90% of the year. Let's call it 80. Shoot, we're in winter. We're in winter already, aren't we? It rained yesterday. Or did it rain today? It rained yesterday. Avianca, Rafael. Yes, sir. For not using ATC, they might send up F-16s, David. That's cool, man. I actually live really close to an Air Force base here where I'm at. And today, right around sunset time, I heard a couple F-16s ripping outside my window. Very distinctive sound and rumble that you get in the windows and in the walls when those things fly over. I was actually flying drones at a park close by. I fly race drones as my other hobby. And just as I got done flying, it was getting dark. I think this was actually on Christmas Eve. The sun was going down, the sky was all orange, it was beautiful. These two F-16s rip by and head directly towards the sunset. And then you see their afterburners light up. Man, that thing, what an amazing sight. That was so cool. I wish I had a way to capture that moment. But it was amazing, seeing like the orange afterburner and these two F-16s ripping towards the orange sunset. Oh, man. All right, we're getting closer, guys. Once we cross over TNT, this first point here, that's actually almost directly over the airport. If we could see down here, this is that waypoint. The airport is right here. So we're going to cross over it actually at around 7,000 feet, and then we're going to circle back around through the mountains, descending slowly into runway 2. Rainy and sunny, Ryan. Yep. I bet Indonesia's a lot like Miami, Florida, USA. That's right. I don't need to say USA when I'm talking to you because you're from Cali. Keep forgetting. You also live 1 kilometer from an Air Force base, Ryan? Sweet. C-130s and some helicopters. Yeah, we have C-130s that I also see flying around. We have C-17s, Globemasters. We have those that fly around. Yeah, basically those three predominantly. F-16s, C-17s, and the Hercules, the C-130s. But you could see those flying around here maybe every other weekend almost, if you're up at the right time and in the right area. There's a marina right down the road, like a boat marina, and they like to fly, the F-16s like to fly over that marina a lot, like Saturday mornings. If you're up early enough on the weekends and go down to the marina, there's a good chance you'll see some F-16s rip by, and maybe even a C-17. Of course, not ripping by. Wouldn't be the right term for a C-17, but alright, I've never flown this approach from the south, so it's a little bit different from what I'm used to. Should be pretty similar though. It's only like 2 extra waypoints. I think it's TNT and point 18 are the same, or are different. Once we get to point 15, it's the same as flying from the north. This leg here is all the same. Alright, we're at 190 knots, approaching 8,000 feet, which is where we want to be, crossing TNT. Which we are 3 miles out. Let's lock in our approach speed, 134 knots. Alright, so after we cross over TNT, we're going to make this right turn over to point 18 and descend down to 7,600. Alright, there's that right turn, so we're going to bring it down now, 7,600 feet, slow to 180. Alright, and then after 18, we want to cross 15 at 7,000, which we'll go ahead and just continue it straight down to 7,000 and keep our descent kind of shallow, kind of time it right. Alright, so this is where all the fun begins, guys. I'm not going to be able to pay much attention to the chat from here on out. Just to let you know, it's kind of crazy. So we're already crossing 18 pretty much, so we're kind of high. Alright, hold on a second. I am going to... Okay, yeah. So let's continue that left. Over to point 15. And 15, we want to cross at 7,000, so we're good. Alright. Alright, so we're already at 7,000. We're ahead of schedule as far as our altitude goes. Again, crossing point 15 at 7,000. We're still a good 7 miles southeast of point 15. So all good there. Let's bring in a little bit more flaps to keep that nose down. Alright, so once we hit point 15, we're going to be swinging this left, and that's we start this little toilet bowl action into the runway. I'm actually going to round this turn off into point 15 a little bit, which is how I think you want to do it. So we're going to go right to about heading 325-ish. Alright, and once we pass point 15, it's on to point 14. We're going to make a nice slow descent down to 6,700 feet. So only a 300-foot difference from point 15 to 14.
Ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for landing, please return all seat backs and tray tables to their upright and stowed position. Ensure all portable electronic devices are turned off, and stow all carry-on items. Additionally, footrests and video monitors must be returned to their original position. Thank you.
2,500.
So now I'm going to make this left turn as we are passing point 15 and head to point 14. Bring in a little bit more flaps. Now we're going to be making our way down to 6,700 feet, slowly. Bleed off a little bit more airspeed. All right, after we pass 14, we want to be at 13 at 6,200 feet, so descending another 500 feet. Once we pass 14, all right, going down to 6,200. This all happens very fast. Then point 12, we want to cross at 5,500 feet. I'm going to start putting that in the autopilot already. This descent's a little bit steeper. Let's continue slowing. Drop the gear down for more drag. Making our way to point 12. Left. I wish I could show you more of a view out the window, but I've got to be paying attention. Okay, point 11, we want to cross at 4,100 feet, so continuing that descent down to 41.
Flight attendants, please be seated for arrival.
Alright, I'm actually going to go ahead and take over now. Bringing in some more flaps. So the airplane's mine. Doing this all manually from here on out. Crossing point 11 at 4,100, which is the next waypoint. Alright, so it's now it turns visual. We want to be looking for this road, right? Which I believe it's this road right here. Do you see my cursor over? Right here, it makes a left, and then we're going to follow that bend in the road. Alright, before landing checklist, we have our landing gear down, 3 green, flaps are set to full, speed brakes set, auto brakes set, landing lights on.
1,000.
Here we should already be looking for the airfield. It's this strip here, which you can't really see too well. Here's that left bend in the road right here that we're going to be following. Is it that one? Yeah, it's this one right here. Alright, so there's that left. We're going to hug that road. Alright, you can see the runway there. At our 10 o'clock. This is where it gets kind of crazy.
Approaching minimums.
We are golden right now. We're landing.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
As you can see, we've used up just about every foot of runway. Welcome to Tegucigalpa. That was pretty nice. It doesn't get much better than that, in my opinion.
For the next few minutes, so please remain seated with
I'm not one to speak too highly of myself.
The captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign.
Look at that view.
Please remember to check
That is
around
awesome.
your seating area, in the seat pockets, and overhead bins for all personal belongings that you brought on board.
I'll catch up with you guys in the chat in just a
Please take care
second.
when opening the
Let's
overhead
pull off the
bins,
runway.
as the contents may have shifted during flight.
All right. Butter sequence. Oh, Rob, what's going on, Rob? Leonard 2007, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Yes, guys, if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. We do flights like this all the time. Lots of fun. Butter, 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 butter. Butter, 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 butter. Abort. Not today, Leonard. We nailed it. I made the hard approach look easy, beast. Thank you, sir. Welcome to Teggy, Rob. Yeah. Party time. Brace butter, golden Lois. Thank you, Lois. Leonard left something in the terminal. We need to go back. Amazing landing, Lois. Thank you. Axel Digital, what's going on, man? Good to see you again. It's got all the fast food signs. You're right, Lois. Where'd they go? Here. Look, Churches, BK, Pizza Hut. If you're a junk food fanatic like I am, it's all here. You can also hit up one of the local restaurants and grab some legit Honduran food. So we're going to park at gate number 1. It's gate 1 here, gate 2. I love flying into this airport, man. So much fun. Pulling into this gate right here, you just always feel so accomplished. Victory. Let's shut her down. Oh, Dunkin' Donuts. All right, that concludes tonight's stream. Hope you all enjoyed the flight. Enjoy your stay in Tegucigalpa, Honduras. Harry's Daniel, what's going on, man? Welcome. Exceedingly buttery, sir David, thank you. The stream is always the best, Axel Digital, thank you, man. Vitelli, what's going on, dude? If I didn't talk to you guys yesterday, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and you are enjoying your holidays so far. San Salvador to Honduras, Samuel. Okay, I'll take note of that. San Salvador. Do me a favor, Samuel Pineda. When you can, leave a comment on this video. San Salvador to Honduras. So I can write that down once I sign off. Yusuf Costa, what's going on, man? Good to see you again, as always. Good landing, thank you. You're going to have to do this flight, Mike Cruz. You have to, dude. It's a lot of fun. Got to do it. Ryan738 taking off to go play Infinite Flight. Enjoy, dude. Enjoy your flight. See you next time. Thanks for dropping by. This is the end of the stream, Lois Barley. I fly a plane like a real pilot, Beast. Thank you. Lots of time flight simming. And being an aviation nut. I don't have any real time in a 757, but I wouldn't doubt that I could manage a flight. I'm one of those guys in the back seat of a 757 wishing like both pilots would not die, but like go unconscious for a few hours. I'll be the first to jump up there. But yeah, man, I love aviation. Lots of flight sim hours. I do have some real-time, real life flight experience as well. About 40 hours logged in a Cessna 172. That was a long time ago, though. No Isaiah or Hobbit tonight, Lois. I don't know what happened. Thanks for subscribing, Beast. Really appreciate it, man. Glad you enjoy it. All right, guys, I'm out of here. That was great. You guys are the best company in the world. I'd be so lonely if you guys weren't here flying with me. Take care, guys. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you the following day or the next day or the next day. If I don't catch any of you before the new year, I wish you all a happy new year. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, guys. Peace out. Later.